Howdy there, folks. Today we are looking at Nidavellir. Nidavellir. I don't know how it's pronounced, something like that. And we got, oh my goodness, we've got the expansion right here. Nidavellir. So we're going to talk about these two boxes right here. What all you get in them, how the game plays. Really unique, really fun game. It is a card drafting game. So you've got different sets of cards. I will say that the theme, it looks like it's kind of a crazy battling a dragon type game. It's not that kind of a game. It's a card drafting type game. Really pretty simple, set in a fantasy land, as you can see. But everyone is going to have, back up a second, you have 3 different locations basically in the tavern, I think is what it is. And so for each one, you're going to have a number of cards that you're going to put out. If it's a 3-player game, you put out 3 cards, and then you each have these tokens that you're going to put out and bid to see who gets to take cards first. So whoever has the highest number, you start with 5, 4, 3, 2, and then a 0. And I'll explain the 0 in a second, but you're going to bid, and then you're going to take these cards. So the purples and the greens, the more you have, the more points you get. There's a little bar that each person has that showcases what you get. Almost a player mat that has the places that you put the coins down to make your bids as well. And so you're going to take the purples, and the purples are going to give you more for the more you have. The greens, if you have a lot of them, they really start to multiply because they're like the power, that they're the opposite of the square root. I forget what that's called, but it's to the second. So if you have 6 of them, you get 36 points, you know, that kind of thing. 6 times 6, 7 times 7, 8 times 8. So the more you have, the more points you get. They start really going up if you have a lot of them. The oranges, they've got an interesting little thing to where you add up the numbers on them. So if I have 2, 2, 2, it's going to be 2, 4, 6 times the number of total cards, which is 3. So that would be 18 points. That's how the oranges score. The blues are straightforward and simple. You just add up the points. So this card has a 10 on it. It's worth 10 points. That's it. And then the last one is the red. And the red is worth the amount of points that it's worth. But then whoever has the most at the end of the game also gets to score their largest coin. So if my largest coin is 19, I get an extra 19 points if I have the most red cards. So that is the basic gameplay. Those are the basic cards in there that you're drafting into your area. But what you can do also is use these 00 coin. If I put the 00 coin there, I flip it. Obviously, I'm going to draft my card last, but what I get to do is I get to take the 2 bottom coins that I didn't use for the other 3 spaces, flip them over. If I have a 5 and a 4, I get to take a 9 out of the bank, and then I discard my higher of the 2. So now my 5 basically turned into a 9 that I'll get to use on a next future round. So you get to upgrade your coins like that, which is really, really cool. Nice aspect to the game. Good decision making to where sometimes you know what cards you want to get. I know I want to get that purple card. It's the only one out there in all of them. I know I need to get that one. But then trying to think of what other people are doing, trying to think of when to upgrade your coins, where to do that, what coins to upgrade. So a lot of good decision making on a fairly basic game. Now there are some upgrades as well. If you have one of each card, one of each color, you have those in a row. And so I've got 1 purple, 1 green, 1 orange, 1 red, 1 of the blue. If you have one of each of those, you get to take one of the special ability cards. And there's a bunch of different things. We've played a few games already, and we don't know what all of them do. We'll figure it out eventually. So there's some there to figure out as well, which is kind of fun, kind of unique. And so there's one where there's like 5 brothers, and if you take one, it's worth like 18 points by itself. If you get another one, it's worth, they're together, they're worth, like, they start multiplying up really fast and really crazy. So that's cool to see those as well. I think I had 3 of them one game. That's worth like 81 points, which is a lot. That's pretty crazy. And then there's all sorts of other different ones. There's one you can play into any row, which might complete another row. Take another one. A lot that can happen. Pretty fun. Now, Nidavellir, what this little guy adds is the camp. And so you have the camp, which is a new little guy right here. So you're going to have each 3 tavern spaces that you put cards out, but then you're also going to have the camp, and the camp you're going to have basically extra special cards. So there's some where you can take it, this card, and it's worth like 24 points, which is a lot. But if you take it, you have to turn in your 0 coin, so you can't upgrade any more of your coins. Yikes, that sounds dangerous. I don't know if I want to do that. But there's a lot of different things in there. There's somewhere, if you take it, it's got 2 options, so it could be either a green card or a blue card, that kind of thing. So you could, and you don't have to choose immediately. You could choose at the end of the round, which give you end of round bonuses, that kind of fun stuff. Pretty cool. Nice little addition. You can integrate it very quickly, very easily, but it does add some good stuff to it. Now, how you get these cards is if I bid and win in any row. So if I win the top row, let's say, instead of taking a card from up there, I could take a card from the bottom instead. So really fun, really nice little aspect to the game. You replace those. There's 2 rounds in the base game, and this expansion comes with 2 rounds of cards as well. So you've got your first round cards, and you replace those and all different stuff, and then you take all those out like you do the first round. When those run out, you go to the second round, and then you got your second round cards you put out, and you can play with those. So really nice, really fun aspect to the game. I do really enjoy the base game by itself. Super fun, awesome. Definitely looks different than it is, but the coin building system is really cool, and so I think the way they've just integrated things works really nicely, and I really like the theme and the artwork and all that. I think it just looks really cool. You've got like these black and white characters right here, and then just the bold colors, so you can see like the black and white card right there, and then the bold green just looks really good. And again, this is very easy to integrate this bad boy, and feels like it adds some really good stuff as well. So if you play this and love it and you want a little more something or another, check out this as well. But that is Nidavellir, and Thangavlir right there. So hopefully that gives you guys just a nice little touch and taste of these games, this game, this expansion, what it is, what it does, and why it may or may not be right for you. Thanks.